Welcome to I'll Be Drammed. We're coming to you today with a new release bottle from Old Raleigh Distillery. This is their cigar blend. Robinson, tell us a little bit about this bottle.
Yeah, so this is the first of, I guess they're going to start a line of these. So this is the Stogie, Old Stogie blend. So this one is a blend of straight bourbons. It's 19 and 7 years, so we've got some old stuff in there.
Right.
Now, they don't disclose what they're blending, but this is a blend. I see on some of their other stuff that they're using some MGP stuff, Indiana, some stuff coming out of Tennessee, North Carolina. So they are out of North Carolina, Zebulon to be specific, outside of Raleigh. Hence the name there.
Zebulon for anybody that was born and raised there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so outside of that, it's 101.24, I believe, is the proof. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to give it a try.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of really good things online about it. So a lot of these cigar blends are kind of taking off right now too. It seems to be the kind of thing to do. So let's get into it.
So,
we kind of pre-poured these though.
Yeah. So cigar blends. I'm not super familiar, but supposedly they're trying to find flavors that remind you of smoking a cigar, or the smell that you get from a cigar.
From
right?
the aromatics.
So very
flavors,
tobacco-y.
Right. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
That's what most cigar blends are supposed to be.
According to the back here, this is a limited release.
Should be batch
finished.
number 1 of their cigar, right?
So it's finished in Tawny Port and Armagnac cask, and that I did read was 14 months on the finish there. So
the long finish.
They are saying that it's supposed to be blended to finish and finish to pair with the finest cigar. So you're supposed to pair these and to get the best results. We're not going to be doing that today, but
No, but I do have some Cubans on the way, so
I did want to point
we'll
out
have to revisit
that's
this
an
later.
absolutely beautiful bottle. I don't know if this
all of Old
camera,
Raleigh's bottles
but
are beautiful
they do
though.
have a stamp on the bottle.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
And I mean, I guess we go ahead and talk about it because it's official news now. They just won an award.
They did.
They
win
are
that
the
award.
#1 micro distillery in the world.
Yep. Congrats, Old Raleigh.
Yeah.
Congrats on
Cheers to you.
Raleigh.
They are putting out good stuff.
They are.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
all
really
the
like
batches
their
that I've
leaves.
had from there are amazing. Now you ended up with that hot tamale batch, right?
Yeah,
Jay?
number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That you didn't
I
share
think
with us though.
Yeah, I was
No,
about to say,
I
I don't remember ending up with any of that.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's
get it
still the house. There's only one neck pour out of it.
I thought you were going to say one pour left.
either.
No.
I guess we could
But
split it.
I honestly think that me and my brother were talking about it on vacation this past week. With y'all's bottles, our bottles, and his bottles, we can almost do 2 through. I think they're up to 10 now.
10's on its way.
10's on its way.
Yeah, I think I read that yesterday. 10 was on
Yeah,
its
so
way.
we can do
9 was
2
the last
through 9.
released batch because they dropped the small batch releases to release a cigar blend.
Because they also do a honey.
Yep, they do a honey.
They do a
finish, too.
honey.
The
but-
honey is
The
good
honey's
also for
phenomenal.
those playing at
Yeah,
home.
the honey's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
What was the MSRP on this bottle?
124.
Yep.
Okay.
And this one came
It's
straight
popping
from.
up.
But
This one came straight from distillery, but it is local now.
Right.
Charlotte
Yeah.
has it at multiple of their
Right.
stores.
124 for a cigar blend is about average now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you get
Joseph
into, like-
Magnus,
Yep.
theirs is 120s.
Yep. Old Elk cigar blend is
124.
around 120. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I balked on that bottle and I'm regretting it.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting into
There's a
that
lot
is-
there.
Yeah. That's it's rich. Like I'm getting some caramel and honey. There's a lot of sweet, but also like it got some age on it too, though.
Grandpa's chewing tobacco.
Yes.
Mhm.
I was going to say leather, but
It's Grandpa's
It-
chewing tobacco
it is.
with that like raisin finish.
Mhm.
I don't know if I get raisin.
No, I'm getting a big old thing of Red Man.
Oh, that's good.
So should probably go ahead and rate the nose on that.
I mean, we absolutely can. It's our show. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah. I think.
yeah.
I think that's a 5. That's really good.
And that's very long nose. It's not abrasive, not very
No.
ethanol forward. Like it's
If
just
I only
rich.
had
And what
just-
proof did you say it was?
101.
Yeah, just a
Okay.
little over 101. If I would have just nosed this only, I would have guessed 90. Maybe.
Right.
Yeah, it's low.
like there's not much ethanol to be picked up.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You get the tobacco on the palate too.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's got traditional like
but it's
leather oak tobacco.
Right.
But I'm definitely getting like a bready baked good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could even see like, you mentioned the raisin, almost like a raisin bread or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little cinnamon.
Because there's it's
cinnamon raisin bread.
Yeah.
All right.
I can agree.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
To be real specific, toasted cinnamon raisin bread.
Ooh,
okay.
So we're getting
with butter.
Cereal.
Real fancy.
Cereal.
With butter. Does that have that buttery finish? No butter?
Yeah, it's kind of got a creaminess to it though that I would associate with like vanilla. There's
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
this is solid.
While we're doing this, what's your palate? How do you rate that?
I'm sticking with a 5 on that as well, man. I like this. This is good.
Same.
Yeah, it's a 5 on the palate.
Okay. I don't know how we did that.
You're the one that asked.
It's on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it drinks right to the proof, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true to proof.
It may drink a little under, honestly. I don't think it's 100, and maybe our palates are just a little higher these days. But
Like everything for me from like 90 to 110 all tastes the same.
Yeah,
right,
I
as
think
far as
that's-
proof, though, I agree. Yeah,
The I think it's right where.
yeah, I think it's exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah. As far as like the mouthfeel and all that, I would say that might be its weakest part.
It's not very thick.
It's not super viscous.
Mm-mm.
It's not. I wouldn't call it thin. It's not. Something like that. But
You're just saying it's not thick with 3 C's.
right,
Hmm.
exactly.
It's not thick.
Yeah. And that probably has something to do with the proof only being at that 101.
Mhm.
It's hard to get something.
Yeah, there's no thunder thighs on this.
Yeah.
No, I mean, as far as legs go,
Not really.
yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
It's really good though.
It is good.
I'm gonna say a 3 on that.
3 on the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, I think
3
that's where it needs to be.
with 3s all around on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think
From
so.
a proof point standpoint, though, I think they nailed it for this.
Oh,
Right,
they did.
so we kind of
I don't-
combine that.
I don't-
Maybe we should talk about. We're sort of given. I guess you could call it like an experience sort of rating there with the proof and mouthfeel. Sort of. It was a little lacking on that, but it wasn't terrible.
But I think, honestly, in blends like this, though, I think if they would have tried to get it up to 115, I don't think it would have been good,
Mhm.
though.
You're
I think you would have.
exactly
I think you would have pushed proof out for flavor, right?
Right.
You'd have got more proof and lost some flavor. I think around that 100 proof mark here, I think we set with a lot of flavor, a
Yeah.
lot of complex notes.
There,
There's not many things at 100 proof that are this complex.
and
Right.
you could sit here and sip on this and get something different each time. It's
Right.
got a lot going on. I would be interested to see how this paired with a cigar.
Mhm.
You name the date and the time.
I mean,
Today
Friday,
works.
June 30th,
Friday,
Tw-
June 30th.
2023.
Okay. Yeah.
so we're going back in time because this will probably out, after that date.
No, it'll be out tomorrow.
Oh, we're gonna push this tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
You know
Remember,
what?
I'm
That's
I'm
fine.
home alone.
So for those playing at home, that means this was filmed yesterday.
Right. So, just kind of moving along here, but the finish though, I think it's an average finish.
Yeah, 3.5 is where I'm
I
at. But
was
we
gonna
don't
give
do
it a 4.
halves.
Right, I was gonna
Yeah,
give it a
so-
I was
I
gonna
was
give it a
leaning
3.
toward a 4. So we're kind of
We're at 3.5.
3.5.
Right.
Yeah.
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 As average.
It lasts. It's got some good flavors. A lot of the stuff that came through on the palate is hanging around.
Right.
Some of that what I associate with like older bourbons. That you mentioned sort of the leather and tobacco, that kind of
The
stuff.
funk.
Yeah, but it's a good funk.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this meets right in line with that typical
Mm-hmm.
bourbon feel.
Mhm.
Even though it's a North Carolina product and people get up in arms that all bourbon
Right.
comes from Kentucky. Blah, blah,
Well,
blah,
I mean,
but-
not necessarily. I'm not going to say any names of any big distilleries in North Carolina, but in the bourbon world, there's been a lot of talk about one certain North Carolina distillery that does their own distillate and is doing distillate for a lot of other.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct.
Mhm.
I
There's
wouldn't be
a lot
surprised
of hum
if-
about that.
Some of their other blends, maybe even this blend, has some of that
Has
stuff.
some of that.
Because they do disclose that some of it comes from North Carolina
Yeah.
distilleries, but they don't say where.
Right, and
Yeah.
we've tried some of the other North Carolina distilleries, and we would not like it if it was that.
Yeah,
That's true.
true.
That's true.
That's fair.
All right. So what do we think about price point of this guy, though?
Yeah, so I think it's about where it should be. It's, this is a blend. It does have some nice age, that 19-year. That's great. In today's market, that's about where we're expecting it.
Right.
I think
So I'm gonna give it a 3. 2.5 would be right in the middle. I'm giving it a 3. I don't think this is a special value, but it's not a bad deal.
that's fair.
I would always pay retail for Old Raleigh for
100%.
something new.
But is there actually a secondary market out there for Old Raleigh yet?
No, because really knows
Actually, the other day I saw this bottle in a certain group.
Actually, I did too.
Yeah, and it was this bottle, and I think it was listed at like $230.
Interesting. So
There's
Wow.
basically
I'm
double.
glad I didn't see it because I'd
Yeah.
have probably.
But I would always,
Things too.
and this is just kind of like something I really like what they're doing. I didn't know this, but I know the guy that's the master distiller and owner of Old Raleigh, and like I know
Hashtag
of him.
sponsorship.
Yeah, I know of him. Let me put it that way. I have a lot of mutual friends on Facebook. But he's putting out really good stuff for the
Yeah.
town that he's in. A lot of people don't know a lot about Zebulon and how small it is. Like when I was growing up, Zebulon had a Winn-Dixie and a stoplight, and
And
the
two Piggly
Mudcats.
Wigglies.
Yeah, and the Mudcats. That's where the Mudcats
Right.
are at. And that was it. But I mean, now they're turning out. There's a place that's putting this out. I mean, we live near Charlotte, and you don't find a place in Charlotte that calls
No.
themselves a distillery that's putting out product this well.
Mm-mm.
No.
So
And
I
being
always pay
distributed
retail
this
for
widely.
each batch. So I want to try each batch because I like what he's putting out, and I think that every time it's gonna be something different because it
It's
has
also,
been.
this is your hometown distillery.
Right, like number eight was like a strawberry shortcake,
Right.
and number 9 was a hot tamale. It's like 2 different ends of the spectrum.
Did
on
you
it.
get tray through those?
Nope.
I didn't.
I don't have an
Yeah.
8, but my brother does, and it's
Oh.
almost gone. But
Yeah.
I asked him to get us a handshake before he drank it all.
I mean, we could split a handshake for the show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We
Y'all
just need
see
the
how
bottle.
he does this, don't you? You see
Right.
this?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, Mike, if you're watching this one, joke's on you, kid.
Yeah. Joke's on you. You work 24-hour shifts. I'll just go steal it from your room.
So, but I
Alright.
think I agree. I think this is right in line with all the other cigar blends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think this is right in line price point with all the other blended bottles. But I'll tell you right now, I'll take a Old Raleigh blend over a Kentucky Owl blend any
Oh,
day of
absolutely.
the week.
100%.
Yeah. So at that price point, you're looking at what the confiscated, I think, is about the same sort of price.
Yep.
And this destroys that.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just
but
for
all of
point of reference
all
there.
of Old Raleigh stuff is what $90-ish. Their regular batch blends are $90-ish. So all the Kentucky Owl stuff is $100
plus.
and plus, right? Right.
Mhm.
So take that, Louisiana.
Yeah.
So
Boom.
anything
Found a
else?
bottle it there though. So.
Right. Yeah. Anything else to add on this Old Raleigh?
No, they're just putting out great product. Like,
Yeah.
1, congratulations on the win, and 2,
Yep.
can't wait to taste the next one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited about batch 10. As soon as it drops and we get a bottle of it, we'll be sure to review it.
Yep.
So this is an absolute buy again. I think we all agree.
Yeah.
If you
Sure.
see the cigar blend out, make sure you pick it up. Where I'll be Drammed. We'll see you next time. Fucking lame.